So moving right along, when we talk about stress, there are definite things that should be mentioned to take note of for your own self as far as when you're dealing with stress. Specifically in the actual physiological changes that will happen in the body when we deal with stress, we have this rise in respirations and pulse. Definitely your blood pressure goes up, you might become cool and clammy, and you have dilated pupils. In addition to that, maybe increased blood glucose levels, maybe you start sweating, you're going to have a decreased circulation to your GI tract and maybe some tense muscles. And the reason this is because our body is dumping epinephrine, and this is sort of our fight or flight mode, is in effect in that particular mode. And those different things occur. Some of the warning signs that we need to be careful and be aware of is, definitely getting frustrated or irritable with friends, family, coworkers. You're not able to concentrate at work, trouble sleeping, you're overly anxious, you can't really make a decision, you feel guilty about stuff. Maybe you don't want to eat. Maybe you just, you get off work and you don't want to talk to anybody, you don't want to see anybody, or you just altogether just don't want to go to work. You're just kind of over it. One of the ways that we can sort of kind of combat that is by making sure that we eat healthy, that we exercise regularly. We have some sort of relaxation method, maybe that be meditation, yoga, maybe some visual imagery, whatever, can kind of help you de-escalate that stress. In addition to that, we need to have, a good family work balance, as well as a good balance with recreation as well. There's all different kinds of different recreational stuff, but, basically want to sort of emphasize that it's important not to rely on, going out and drinking and partying as a way to kind of escape and kind of forget those things that are going on. But we want to be careful and not go down that route, but do something that's more healthy, such as exercise or some sort of physical activity or some sort of relaxation type method. Something to kind of note, that when you're kind of dealing with stress and this whole idea of management, this might be, another helpful hint might be that, you need to be reassigned to a different assignment. Maybe you're on a truck that's overly busy. Maybe you're running 16 calls and you're exhausted. And by the time you get home, you sort of feel detached from your family and your friends. Maybe this is a matter of kind of changing that scenery, going to maybe a different assignment for a while so that you can kind of regroup your thoughts, take a break. Taking a break isn't that big of a deal. And then, most importantly and last of all, if that doesn't work, or if, your strategies that you're trying to do on your own aren't working, we might even suggest, actually going and seeking help with counseling. Something to kind of note with the effects of stress. We definitely know that stress can drain our body reserves. What we found through studying this is that stress can consume our fuel sources, and they can consume it in a large, capacity or ability. In addition to that, stress also can kind of bring us down. I don't know if you have remembered a time where you were kind of overly stressed out, but you probably recall you kind of being fatigued, and those are kind of, the reactions of, that increased epidump, and then eventually, that kind of fades away and your body sort of has to recover. And so there's kind of this feeling of, I'm exhausted because of the fact that some of those energy stores have been used up. One other thing to note as far as glucose, this is our quickest source of energy. This is taken from, the stores in the liver. Proteins are drawn from the muscles and then basically used as kind of a long-term source of glucose. As far as with fats used by tissues for energy. Water is conserved by exchanging sodium and potassium from the kidneys. And then, vitamins and minerals under stress. Vitamin B and C and most of the minerals are depleted.